We, my friends, have a very, very busy day today. Not only are we doing soap, we're doing bath bombs because guess what? Although the shape of this one has gotten a little munched up, this is actually a fairly decent bath bomb. I think we're ready to make them for real, for purchase. Isn't that amazing? You know what's not amazing is this angle. Wait for that. We will be making the bath bombs, we will be making the soap. And not only are we just making some soap, we're making quite a bit of soap. All of the October orders are shipping in just a few days, which means that my soap supply, well, needs to be restocked. That's exactly what we're doing today. So, very busy day. Let's get started. Welcome back, y'all, to the Simple and Beautiful Life kitchen. My name is Shelby. I am the owner of Simple and Beautiful Life. We have our soap line, SaBLe Soaps. We now have bath bombs. We also have wax melts, body scrubs, and we're growing every day to add more and more things that you can enjoy and love and watch us make. As I said, today is a very busy day in the Simple and Beautiful Life kitchen. We have quite a bit to make, and let's get started. As you can see, I've got my glasses and my hair pulled back, which means there's lye in the area. However, right now, I'm working on bath bombs. Okay, so for the first time, I am making a full batch of these bath bombs. If you've been following along, I've just been doing half batches for the tester batches. But these, oh no, these are not testers. I'm doing 2 colors for bath bombs today and omitting the Epsom salt. I think the Epsom salt was the downfall of the whole operation, and it's got to go. So, and if it doesn't go, it has to be reduced drastically. Some ingredients just can't get along, and that was the case for the Epsom salt. Sad, sad, sad day. Sad day. Okay, I do have my lye water. It is cooling down. As it cools, I'm getting the bath bombs started up. My husband actually read, he's been reading this kind of like inspirational book. And in that book, it says, it discourages multitasking. And at first I was like, yeah, I can see how, maybe multitasking really is not actually very productive and a good use of time. And then I became realistic. How in the world do I do any of this without multitasking? Because it's not like this is the only thing I have to do. I have laundry going right now. Just walked the dog, so now they're tired and sleeping. I have soap over there that's drying. I have things in the fridge that are chilling. I don't think multitasking, the omission of multitasking is a good idea. It made sense at the time, but at the time it was like midnight that he was telling me about it. And now I'm like, are you insane? What are you doing with your life? That is the last little bit of the coconut oil. You know, coconut oil, that's the secret. That allows you to put your bath bomb in the fridge. And then the coconut oil turns into a solid, which is what coconut oil does. Okay, bath bombs are in the fridge. They will not stay there for very long. It pisses them off. They're still in their mold, so I'm only going to keep them in there for a couple more minutes. Because bath bombs get moody when you keep them in the mold, so you know. Now it's time to add my titanium dioxide to my oils for the Castile soap that I am making next. All right, here quickly, I am just going to transfer these bath bombs into their silicone mold. Trying to be very careful, very gentle. I swear, I've never, ever dealt with a product that's as fussy as a bath bomb. And I know I've already said this before, but I did see that one video of this girl, and she was like crying, and she's like, I just can't get it. They're just not working out. I just don't understand. Blah, 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 blah. And in my head, I was like, that's not going to happen to me. Oh, jeez. You ever get into a situation where you realized you were confident and you shouldn't have been? That's bath bombs. You go into it completely prepared, and you're like, I'm just more prepared, so that's not going to happen to me. Lord have mercy. I'm over here blessing my own heart. Like, geez Louise, bless your heart. You're over here sweet talking these freaking bombs, just hoping that they'll be in a good mood when you take them out of their precious little molds and containers. I put the Bath Bomb Hotel in the refrigerator. I remember at one point in my life where I thought soap was the hard thing to make. I've realized I was incorrect. When it comes to the real challenging thing, it's not soap, it's bath bombs. And they're surprisingly hard. You would really not expect them to be like that. Okay, just moving and grooving. I am measuring out my fragrance oils for my Frosty Vanilla soap. And if I'm being honest, I really don't know what I was thinking when I designed this soap. This is the second year that I've made this soap. And the me that designed it was like, hey, you know what would be great? This beautiful white soap that's coming in the winter. And it'll be available in the winter. And it's gonna smell like vanilla, and it's gonna have sparkles, and let's add coconut milk. And it will just be the most creamiest, latheriest, beautifuliest white bar of soap ever. And then I said, wait a second. I'm gonna put French vanilla in it with a vanilla content of 10%. And I want this soap to be white, 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 white. What? If you've ever made soap, you'll know that vanilla and white, it doesn't go together. It just doesn't. Usually if you're gonna add a vanilla to your soap, you're not expecting it to turn out white. So I don't know what kind of drugs I was on when I designed this soap. When it works out, which it did last year. It was gorgeous last year. And let's hope that I can do the same thing this year. Because when it works out, it really is just beautiful, and it's just lovely. And with the coconut milk, it's so lathery, and it almost feels like a lotion bar when you're using it, because it just feels fabulous. one tip that I have is whatever you use to measure out your fragrances, your lye, your oils, find the weight of the container. If you know the weight of your container and you know approximately where you were at when your kitchen scale fell asleep, it will really help you in determining how much more of whatever it is that you're weighing out that you'll need. Alrighty, so in an attempt to hopefully help my soap stay nice and pure and snowy white, I'm going to be mixing the vanilla fragrance with a nutty, sort of like almondy fragrance. Let's hope that, because the almond fragrance has 1% vanilla, just one. Very, very minimal, very much what I need. So we'll see. Now, tell me in the comments below if you are the type of person that cleans as they go, or are you the type of person that's just gonna make a disaster and then at the end you clean it all up at once? Because I'm definitely the clean as you go type, where once I'm done with something I put it away, just get done. And then once you're finally done with the whole process, it's pretty easy peasy to clean everything up. So tell me, what are you? Are you the, I gotta get this cleaned up now as I go? Or are you the, I'll wait till when we're done? Which type are you? That gallon pitcher obviously has a much better spout than that bowl. That really made a big difference. Always, always, always pat your soap down. Especially if you're like me, where your stick blender likes to just incorporate tons of bubbles into your soap. Like when I'm tapping them on the counter, I could absolutely see the bubbles coming up. So, and that just, it wouldn't be as good in your soap. It can make it have the tendency, especially if there's a lot of bubbles, to fall apart. It just makes it not a very quality bar. My neighbors probably think that I'm like hammering the walls down, but my upstairs neighbor actually is in construction, so he's probably like mad respect. Now, put you down there real quick. What I like to do is I just like to give the top just this beautiful swirl, especially when it's a white soap. I think it just brings everything together. It gives it kind of a simplicity. And it also gives it a little bit of uniform in terms of the kind of soap that I make, because most of them have this type of shape. Alrighty, that was one of the soaps that designing it actually takes longer than making it, which is crazy because it's very simple, it's just gorgeous in its simplicity, and making simple very gorgeous, it's actually kind of hard. Now this is that moment where you're like, this is what I've been working for. This looks pretty darn good. The color, I wanted it to be two different colors. It went weird, but this is a bath bomb. It's holding together. It's a circle. It's not crumbly. I'm putting it back in the fridge before it gets angry. This is one of those moments where, like, when you've been trying and trying and trying and trying and trying, and you're trying not to get discouraged, and it's like, but it's not working. Well, it finally worked. I think it looks perfectly fine. I threw a sample, a little mini half mold bomb into the water. It bubbled beautifully. It smelled amazing. It made my hands super soft. Whenever you're in that moment where you're like, this isn't working, I might as well just cut my costs and quit. Just keep trying. Just keep trying. Because then you get to that time where that moment where you're like, oh my gosh, it worked. Thank God. I was, because that's where I was at with those darn bombs, because I mean, it just wasn't working, and I was trying everything, and I thought I would get it right at least by the third attempt, and then 4, and then 5, and this is 6, and Don't get discouraged. It'll work out eventually. Just keep trying. I mean, with anything that you're doing, it takes attempts, and it takes learning through experience. And as long as you attempt something, if you fail, think into why you failed. Why did I fail? What went wrong? What could I have done better? What was the reasoning behind the fail? And then you take that fail and you make it into a positive for your next attempt or experience or whatever it is that you're trying. And then you get better and better and better and better, so that every single time you failed, it is turned into a very positive thing in your life. Life rant over. But for real, keep trying. Seriously, keep trying. You'll get there. You really will. I was able to finish up in time to go get in a quick workout, so I'm going to do that. My soaps are done. They're looking all sparkly and pretty and swirly. And that's going to be it for me today. I hope y'all had a wonderful day today with whatever you decided to do. I hope you had a very, very wonderful weekend, and I will catch you next time. Bye!